I film most of my videos indoor, particularly in my bedroom on my desk, where I spend most of my time, either consuming media or researching a certain topic. When I wanted to shoot my first YouTube video, I picked up a point-and-shoot camera from Sony, thinking that I was going to break the internet. Although the video did well, and is almost at the 100,000 mark, it's nowhere near what I would consider a quality video. It needed better lighting and more angles. Having bought the Sony ZV-E10, I needed a lens that could help achieve that goal, and that is shooting videos indoor in a dim or low to medium light environment. I didn't want to invest in lighting equipments as I tried them in the past, and they occupy a lot of space if permanent, and a hassle to set them up and remove them for temporary shooting. So I picked up the almost 7 years old Sigma 16mm F1.4 lens for Sony APS-C. The appeal of this lens is in the aperture. At 1.4, there aren't that many lenses that can give you this amount of aperture. By the way, the math is in reverse. The smaller the number, the better it is for low light. Since Sigma is an independent lens company, they make the same lens for all types of different cameras, like the Canon and Olympus. So let's take a look at it and cover some of the areas that will help you in making a buying decision. The main areas I want to cover is the build quality, autofocus, OIS or OSS, and image quality. Starting with the build quality. Mostly it's plastic on the outside with a matte black finish, but in no way does it feel cheap. It feels well built and great in the hand. It weighs in at around 405 grams or 0.89 pounds. And it's almost perfect with the weight balance as it's close in weight to the camera body. In the beginning, I wasn't a fan of the design, as I honestly prefer the Sony equivalent, the 15mm F1.4, but it's definitely growing on me and I'm starting to like it. Auto focusing. It's not the fastest, but it's fast enough that you don't have to worry about missing a shot. During almost 3 months of use, I never once had a bad video or a photo because of focusing issues. Now granted, I mostly shoot indoors in what we can call controlled environment, where most subjects are in my control and do not fly away or jump off when I go near them. From reading multiple professional reviews, they all had similar views and that the focus in the lens performs well. Image stabilization. The Sigma 16mm F1.4 does not feature any image stabilization. The main reason for doing so is to keep the cost low. Omitting the optical stabilization system reduces the size, weight, complexity, and cost. That's why we're able to get it at around $400 new and as low as $250 in the used market. Since I mostly shoot on a tripod or handheld while moving in slow calculated moves, this is not really an issue for me. In fact, I never thought about it until I started noticing it at the beginning and end of every video as a result of pressing the record button. There's a way around it if it bothers you. You can either use a camera, in-body stabilization or OIS, or use a software from Sony called Catalyst to reduce the shake in your videos. Image quality. Now you would think that wide aperture is the ultimate solution for image quality, since more light means more details, which results in better quality. But that's not the case. Although the lens is suitable for a huge variety of scenarios and scenes, it's not going to be the best in every one of them. It's a complex subject, but to put it simply, I will use the words of Brian Carnathan from thedigitalpicture.com. Overall, this lens optically performs well. The sharpness is modestly lacking at f1.4 but looking great at f2.0. There's a strong color separation at wide apertures and the geometric distortion is noticeable. Who is it for? Although I'm keeping it strictly for indoor shooting for low light and cinematic looks, The Sigma can be used in many scenes and scenarios, like in landscapes, weddings and events, and bokeh. Although ultra-wide lenses are not known for bokeh effects, set at f1.4 and close to the subject or object, it can create some incredible DOF or depth of field. This might not sound like a lot, but these scenarios in combination of the bokeh effect is enough to sell to a huge variety of people. Just look at what happened to the iPhone 7 sales after they introduced the bokeh that's produced digitally. Final thoughts and conclusion. I certainly think that I have made the right decision in buying the Sigma, although I was leaning towards the Sony 16mm F1.4, but for cost and requirements reasons, I opted for the Sigma and I don't regret it one bit. Although I have another very capable and versatile lens, that being the Tamron 18-300mm, this lens is the one that's on my camera for the majority of time and is the one that I film most of my videos with. For just $400 US, this lens is incredibly capable, and even after 7 years of its release, it's still very much relevant. As usual, you'll find the link in the description if you wish to order one. That's been it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.